UN Secretary General at the time, and Lawrence Rockefeller, who was the scion of the Rockefeller family, who was the philosopher king of the family. I mean, David Rockefeller was sort of the money guy with Chase Manhattan, which became J.P. Morgan Chase. And his nephew, Jay Rockefeller, was chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee. And Nelson Rockefeller, who had passed away, who had been vice president, ironically, was his brother, who had set up the Rockefeller Commission of 1956 that completely reorganized the Department of Defense and the CIA so no U.S. president could contain or control or penetrate UFO projects. So the Rockefeller family up to their eyeballs in this. Lawrence knew that, but he was on the side of the angels. He wanted to sort of cleanse the karma, as it were, I believe, of that family and actually help. So a lot of people have, of course, attacked me for knowing a Rockefeller as proof that I'm sort of part of some cabal. I said, no, they contacted me because Lawrence knew that what we were doing was really novel and was effective because he had sent people, it turned out, to some of our events where we had had contact, where we did the CE5 protocols and E.T. Craft would appear and then disappear. He went, he took this information back to Lawrence and said, this is no joke. So Lawrence Rockefeller invited me up to New York and then invited me to his ranch, the JY Ranch in Wyoming. And as you know, that's where the Clintons, for the first couple years of their presidency, would vacation in August. But I was asked to go there in September of 1993 to basically share what he thought would just be the information about the CE5 initiative. Lawrence Rockefeller did not know about the initiative to brief senior governmental officials and encourage them to end the secrecy, which had started a few months prior to that at this meeting in Virginia at the Monroe Institute with a select number of folks that my military advisors had gathered together. That was July of '93. So he just thought it was going to be a discussion about the protocols of the CE5 initiative, remote viewing, making contact, interstellar diplomacy, all of these concepts. And so we decided that it was really time for us to go ahead and have some meetings like this with Lawrence. And I said, okay, I'll go. Because I have to go out. I'm on a trip anyway, taking time off from my medical work in the ER to go to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, which also Lawrence knew nothing about. Lawrence Rockefeller knew nothing about. So here's what happened. I was going to go to the Rockefeller Ranch just as sort of a guest to share this, and during the course of a sort of a round table, and there were all kinds of people there. Robert Bigelow of Bigelow Aerospace, who's a billionaire, was there. A whole bunch of people who of various backgrounds in the UFO subculture, some friendly to what we do and some incredibly unfriendly, who we found out were working for the intelligence community, were there. And there was this gathering at this famous Rockefeller Ranch in the Grand Tetons. So one day it came up what else I was working on. I said, well, we've initiated a project to brief senior government officials in the Clinton administration and the Pentagon and members of Congress so that we can terminate secrecy on this issue and get the government to change policy, because we understand that the incoming president is favorable to that idea, which was, of course, Bill Clinton. And as a result, you could have heard a pin drop in the room. Nobody knew at all. And the first thing Lawrence Rockefeller said, what, it was like this, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm going straight to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base after this meeting to brief the colonel over this Foreign Technology Division of the Air Force. And then I'm going to, in a couple months, brief President Clinton's CIA director. So at this point, Lawrence Rockefeller and everyone there were in a state of shock. Now, that initiated what has been incorrectly called the Rockefeller Initiative. There was no Rockefeller Initiative. Let me explain that in a moment. What it was an initiative because he found out what we were doing, and his people said, you've got to get involved with this. So Lawrence wanted to play a behind-the-scenes role, and that's why he was willing to host the President and First Lady at the ranch to provide what we put together, which was called the Best Available Evidence, which is the collection of best cases, best photos, best government documents we had that were extant at that time in 1993. So the President was invited out in the following summers, 2 summers, to the Rockefeller Ranch for that purpose. And the UN Secretary General in the meanwhile and his wife came to some meetings in what are called salons. A salon is when someone hosts a very nice meeting in a private home with dignitaries, and you have a guest, usually some surprise guest or some interesting character like me, to come in and inform the New York 100 about what's going on. So that's what I did, and they were incredibly successful. Subsequent to that, Mrs. Boutros-Ghali invited us to have a meeting at the UN so I could brief a lot of the diplomats and friends of hers in the UN who were supportive of ending secrecy and making peaceful interplanetary contact. And actually, Leah Ghali herself hosted that for me at the United Nations.
What I love the most about her is I've never heard her talk bad about anybody. Yeah, I think that's beautiful.
Shop at
You are in charge of distribution.
You said expand the territory.
That
you
doesn't
said,
mean you become
guys,
careless.
Hey! Who do I look like? Maury Povich? I'm not your marriage counselor. Now, you professionals, act like it. Now, set back. Go.
One of our dealers was murdered. Some kind of turf dispute, and apparently we lost. And then everyone quit on us. I mean, we have absolutely no distribution.
Is there any way any of this can be traced back to you? Or the police I'm talking about? Well, there's your silver lining. How about you? How's the health situation?
It's better. Do you mind?
Better?
Yeah, it's looking a little more positive. I may have more time than I thought.
Outstanding. As to your dead guy, occupational hazards. Right. Drug dealer getting shot. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it's been known to happen. Now, what about product on hand? How's your inventory?
38 and change.
38 ounces, grams?
Pounds.
You did say make hay while the sun is shining.
Guys, why the long faces here? I mean, you're sitting on a gold mine.
A gold mine we can't sell. We need a proper infrastructure. We need foot soldiers and we need dealers on a street level that are rock solid. We need muscle and we need enforcers. Payback, that's what we need. God. I mean, this entire process has just been so... It's always been one step forward and 2 steps back. We need your help.
Let's start with some tough love, all right? Ready for this? Here goes. You two suck at peddling meth, period. So give up on trying to do it all yourselves. Hell, I'm amazed you got this far.
Look, we are not going to deal with another high-level distributor. No, thank you. We have been down that road.
What, some tattooed speed freak? No. What you two need is an honest-to-God businessman, all right? Somebody who treats your product like the simple, high-margin commodity that it is. Somebody who ships out of town, deals only in bulk. Someone who's been doing this for 20 years and never been caught.
You know someone like that?
Let's just say I know a guy who knows a guy who knows another guy. Let me make some calls, see if I can get you a meeting.
Well, what's his name?
I have no idea. He's very low profile. He's careful like that. You know, from what I do hear about him, he sounds a little like you.
Why don't you like them, Theo? You don't trust them? Why don't you trust them, Theo?
Tuco, come on. There's clearly some dementia. He's not lucid.
Shh. They do something to you. Something that you don't like. What did they do to you? What did you do to my Theo?
Nothing.
Bullshit! My Theo is not alive!
I don't know. I swear, I don't know. Maybe I did change the channel on his TV, but the...
Yeah, that's it. While you were cooking, you know, he was watching one of those Talon novels, you know, with all those ripe honeys on it. You know, he was really into it. I told you not to change the channel, man. You know, dude needs his eye candy. That's it.
Theo. Is that it, Theo? Is that it, Theo? They change your mamitas. What are you telling me, Theo? Huh? Punking me?
Hey. Oh, no, man.
Why don't you like them, Theo? You don't trust them? Why don't you trust them, Theo?
Tuco, come on. There's clearly some dementia. He's not lucid.
Shh. They do something to you. Something that you don't like.
Tell him we're square. No.
May we talk?
You can park it over there.
You sent back the payment we agreed upon.
What I didn't do for you.
The man, the one killed for helping the truck driver. Perhaps you are trying to correct something which cannot be corrected.
It's not the kind of thing I want to take money for.
But the fact remains that your actions benefited me more than you can know.
I'm just glad to have Salamanca out of my head.
Well, perhaps in the future, you will consider working for me.
Could be.
Would you care to know why I stopped you from killing Hector?
Like you said, it wasn't in your interest.
A bullet to the head would have been far too humane. Humane.
Now, why don't you boys tell me what you're looking for? What it is you want? What it is you need? What can I do you for?
This.
Fists? Hell yeah, we got fists. Right here. Sleek, comfortable, thermally bonded, non-interval woven Kevlar fiber. Stop a bullet like a soft wing against a Quaker girl. Just ain't getting through. And lightweight? Damn, so lightweight you'll forget you're wearing it.
It work.
Sure as shit they do. I don't leave home without it. Oh! Oh! What the hell? You broke my freaking rib, you maniac son of a bitch! You're welcome! Now, why don't you boys tell me what you're looking for? What it is you want? What it is you need? What can I do you for?
This.
Fists? Hell yeah, we got fists. Right here. Sleek, comfortable, thermally bonded, non-interval woven Kevlar fiber. Stop a bullet like a soft wing against a Quaker girl. Just ain't getting through. And lightweight? Damn, so lightweight you'll forget you're wearing it.
It work.
Sure as shit they do. I don't leave home without it. Oh! Oh! What the hell? You broke my freaking rib, you maniac son of a bitch! You're welcome! Now, why don't you boys tell me what you're...
They're illegal, aren't they?
They're cigars.
Oh, they're dreamy, Tom.
No biggie.
I bet these motherfuckers were hard to come by, huh?
Yeah, they fell off a truck.
What's in the box?
Saying, fucking Wakuza mom.
Tony,
Beautiful.
you're kind of cute when you're being a bad boy.
You're awfully chipper today.
So what are you gonna do with the box?
Give it to him.
So what are you gonna do with
But today,
when you're being a bad boy?
you're awfully chipper today.
So what are you gonna do with the box?
Give it to him. Tell him to hold on to it for a while.
Oh, Tony, that is so evil.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's so much fun.
Oh, God.
Come here.
Hey, Tone. How you doing?
Listen, pal. Need a little solid. Need you to hang on to this for a while. Hang on to it. In a little while, I'll come get it when I need it.
How long?
A month, maybe more, maybe less.
What is it? Heroin?
Shit, Gene, I don't know. A weapon? I don't know. Could be anything. Don't touch it. They're illegal, aren't they?
They're cigars.
Oh, they're dreamy, Tom.
No biggie.
I bet these motherfuckers were hard to come by, huh?
Yeah, they fell off a truck.
What's in the box?
Saying, fucking Wakuza mom.
Tony,
Beautiful.
you're kind of
Wakuza mom. Wakuza mom.
Tony,
Beautiful.
you're kind of cute when you're being a bad boy.
You're awfully chipper today.
So what are you gonna do with the box?
Give it to him. Tell him to hold on to it for a while.
Oh, Tony, that is so evil.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's so much fun.
Oh, God.
Come here.
Hey, Tone. How you doing?
Listen, pal. Need a little solid. Need you to hang on to this for a while. Hang on to it. In a little while, I'll come get it when I need it.
How long?
A month, maybe more, maybe less.
What is it? Heroin?
Shit, Gene, I don't know. A weapon? I don't know. Could be anything. Don't touch it. They're illegal, aren't they?
The level of stupid that is happening in the games industry right now because of blockchain is insane to me. It is the stupidest shit I've ever seen. And basically what they do is blockchain in and of itself is a ledger. A ledger is a recording of transactions, not a database. It's a recording of transactions. So what ends up happening is they use this as a database for a video game. And they're like, oh yeah, we're just gonna use blockchain to power these video games. That's fine, right? Well, what happens? Let's say somebody steals your account and they steal all your gold. In a normal traditional database, I can just reverse that. You get your gold back. Everything is fine. In a blockchain system, because it's a ledger, someone steals your gold, this isn't a database. They can't reverse that. There's not shit anyone can do. The admins can do nothing for you at all. I don't know why the games industry, anyone in the games industry is trying to do this, but it's reinventing the wheel as a triangle, and it's really stupid to watch. The level of stupid that is happening in the games industry right now because of blockchain is insane to me. It is the stupidest shit I've ever seen. And basically what they do is blockchain in and of itself is a ledger. A ledger is a recording of transactions, not a database. It's a recording of transactions. So what ends up happening is they use this as a database for a video game. And they're like, oh yeah, we're just gonna use blockchain to power these video games. That's fine, right? Well, what happens? Let's say somebody steals your account and they steal all your gold. In a normal traditional database, I can just reverse that. You get your gold back. Everything is fine. In a blockchain system, because it's a ledger, someone steals your gold, this isn't a database. They can't reverse that. There's not shit anyone can do. The admins can do nothing for you at all. I don't know why the games industry, anyone in the games industry is trying to do this, but it's reinventing the wheel as a triangle, and it's really stupid to watch. The level of stupid that is happening in the games industry right now because of blockchain is insane to me. It is the stupidest shit I've ever seen. And basically what they do is blockchain in and of itself is a ledger. A ledger is a recording of transactions, not a database. It's a recording of transactions. So what ends up happening is they use this as a database for a video game. And they're like, oh yeah, we're just going to use blockchain to power this video game. That's fine, right? Well, what happens? Let's say somebody steals your account and they steal all your gold. In a normal traditional database, I can just reverse that. You get your gold back. Everything is fine. In a
Explain yourself.
My partner was about to get himself shot.
Some worthless junkie. For him, you intervene and put us all at risk.
He was angry because those two dealers of yours had just murdered an 11-year-old boy.
You should have let me take care of them.
Maybe. Then again, maybe he thought it was you who gave the order.
Are you asking me if I ordered the murder of a child?
I would never ask you that. I saved his life. I owed him that. But now he and I are done, which is exactly what you wanted, isn't it? You've always struck me as a very pragmatic man, so if I may, I would like to review options with you.
Time to quit.
Your teacher, eh?
Were you in my class?
Nah. I remember you, though.
I give you a hard time, did I?
Yeah, you did a bit, mate.
Yeah.
One day I was walking up the hall. You said, lift your bloody feet when you walk. So then you dragged me into a bloody classroom full of 6th graders. You made me walk up and down in front of them. Yeah, they thought it was funny. You were laughing too.
I certainly don't remember doing anything like that.
Why would you?
This was what, 30 years ago?
So?
No offense, but you hang on to this shit for that long, can't be good for you.
Well, that's what people do, mate. They hold on to shit. That's why you got to be careful how you treat people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, look, for what it's worth, and I know it isn't much, I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
Time to quit.
A lot of young people are having this problem right now. To get anywhere in life, you have to work extremely hard and you have to be disciplined. If you wanted to be a great piano player,
this is the PIN number to my debit card. A few years ago, someone leaked 3 million.
Says he made $1,100 in 15 minutes. Let's review.
I'm going long. Got this buy side liquidity up here. We had this displacement with the fair value gap, so we shouldn't trade to the low end of that fair value gap now.
What I see is a triple bottom, 1, 2, 3, then a strong bull breakout to the upside, coming down to test the gap here, then finding bars showing strong bulls, and he's entering after the first, second, third pullback.
I want to see price draw up towards this high.
Sets his profit target at a prior high.
You can take a partial at this high and probably put stops break even once we clear that high.
Risking $590 to make $1150. That's a well-structured trade because his risk to reward is greater than 1.
Just gotta be patient. You have your risk where you think the market's gonna go. There's no need to do anything stupid.
As soon as this trade moved into profit, what most beginners would do is tighten their stops out of fear, then get taken out. But instead, he's being patient here.
Beautiful. I'm reducing my risk here.
Another strong bull breakout to the upside. Then he tightens his stop. That's the smart way to do it.
And boom.
Nice. Says he made $1,100 in 15 minutes. Let's review.
I'm going long. Got this buy side liquidity up here. We had this display.
Yeah.
Says he made 11.
Yeah, I put 30K into it 5 days ago, so it's doing pretty well.
Jesus Christ! Wait, how do you guys get that much money to begin with?
I work. I have a job.
You work at what?
I'm an analyst for a healthcare company.
Jesus Christ!
What do you do? Do you work?
I'm a lawyer at some local firm.
You're a lawyer? Oh, nice. Like what kind of law?
I do mostly civil shit.
Okay, cool. Like domestic violence and shit, or what's up?
No, like I slipped on the fucking, I slipped on the ground at McDonald's.
Spike spotted. So you're like a scam artist? Yeah, I put 30.
You're here to complain about Hessington Oil. I had nothing to do with it. I'm just the majority shareholder. I don't get involved in day-to-day stuff.
We're not here to complain.
We're here to bring a gift.
The question is, what do you get a man who can burn a $50,000 bond?
Something money can't buy. This isn't public. It will be in 48 hours, and it's legal now.
How do you know that?
Because I structured it that way. I could do more of the same for you, but he didn't tell you because I wasn't enough of a name. You're not.
But I am.
What you are is a man who shoots from the hip, which I like, but...
You also need a stabilizing influence.
And you guys think that I'm not aware that this is all about your merger negotiations.
Oh, I was counting on you being aware of it.
Because then you'll also be aware that we can be very flexible in our billings. As long as I pay enough up front to tip the scales in your favor. We'll structure a schedule that results in you getting a substantial financial benefit.
Which is his specialty.
Go ahead, tell him.
He's a badass. What do you say we celebrate our new association over dinner in Chicago with Michael Jordan?
We can take my private jet. You're here to complain about Hessington Oil. I had nothing to... You're here to
Imagine this. A stranger hands you a locked box and says, Inside is everything you've ever wanted.
I'm going to show you a little pattern of numbers. I'm sure some of you will recognize it, but you have to think what comes next. Okay, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. What comes next? Let's get someone from upstairs. 5 is 8. 5 plus 8 is 13. Going further up, 13 plus 21 is 34. It's called the Fibonacci sequence, and it's a lovely thing which many of you might have encountered in talking about patterns of petals in flowers and so on. But it's also got another thing that's slightly less well known, which is if you take two numbers in the Fibonacci sequence, the bigger one divided by the smaller one, 5 divided by 3, 1.66. 8 divided by 5, 1.6. 21 divided by 13, 1.615. The further along you go, the nearer it gets to a number that's very close to 1.618. And that number is also known as the golden ratio, deemed by some to be the ratio of the most beautiful, elegant rectangle there is. I'm skeptical about that part, but it is a lovely mathematical number. And it just turns out, just happens to be, that the golden ratio, 1.618, whatever, is closer to the correct conversion of kilometers to miles than 1.6 is, only very slightly. But it means that next time you're on the way to Madrid, you say, well, 21 kilometers, I can tell you what that is in miles because 21 is a Fibonacci number, so it's 13 miles, and you would be correct to an accuracy of less than 0.5%. It's amazingly accurate. I'm going to show you a little pattern of numbers. I'm sure some of you will recognize it, but you have to think what comes next. Okay, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 1.61. Madrid. You say, well, 21 kilometers, I can tell you what that is in miles because 21 is a Fibonacci number, so it's 13 miles, and you would be correct to an accuracy of less than 0.5%. It's amazingly accurate.
My first month in Paris. At the age of 22, I got my butt kicked for 15 hours a day, 6 days a week, chopping onions. Seriously, master it.
If you can't cut an onion, you have no place being in the kitchen.
Take that off. Let the knife do the work. Transparent all the way to the end. There's your onion. Yes, there's my onion. Hold on. Let's have a competition. How competitive chefs are, yeah? Right, what do you reckon? My first.
Whoa, what happened there?
It's my birthday.
Winning or losing?
Whoa, what happened there?
It's my birthday.
You? Well, happy birthday. Birthday meals are free at Denny's. All you gotta show is a valid ID.
I'm good, thanks.
Really? Free meal. Free is good. Even if I was like rich, free is always good. New Hampshire. You're a long way from home. How long a drive is that?
About 30 hours if all you stop for gas.
Wow, you headed to California?
No. Here.
Okay. So what's here?
Business.
You know, I was in Boston once. Boston in a little town called Swampscott, which is right outside of Boston. It's kind of near New Hampshire, right?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Mr. Lambert.
Winning or losing?
I took the wrong piece! No, I took the wrong piece! Oh my god, I took the wrong piece! Oh my god! Oh my god, I took the wrong piece!
Winning or losing?
No, I took the wrong piece! No, I took the wrong... No! No, I took the wrong piece! No, I took the wrong...
How big is my love for my daughter? Immeasurable.
Shop Amazon's last minute deals. With deals on electronics, beauty, home, and more. Shop Amazon's last minute deals from the 9th to the 22nd of December.
We had a bit of a setback.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing.
Please. And 5 minutes of your time.
What can I do for you?
Have a seat. Please. I would like to know why you wouldn't meet with me yesterday.
I'm sorry, I'm not following.
I sat here yesterday waiting to meet with someone. I believe that person was you.
I think that you're confusing me for someone else.
I don't think I am.
Sir, if you have a complaint, I suggest you submit it through our email system. I would be happy to refer you to our website.
I was told that the man I would be meeting with is very careful, a cautious man. I believe we're alike in that way. If you are who I think you are, you should give me another chance.
I don't think we're alike at all, Mr. White. You are not a cautious man at all. Your partner was late, and he was high.
Yes. Yes, he was.
He's high often, isn't he? You have poor judgment. I can't work with someone with poor judgment.
Are you familiar with my product?
I've been told it's excellent.
It is impeccable. It is the purest, most chemically sound product on the market anywhere.
That is not the only factor.
You could charge twice the current rate for what I provide, and your customers would pay it. Hands down. Now, who I choose to do business with on my end is not your problem. You won't see him. You won't interact with him. Forget he exists.
I have to ask. Why? Why him?
Because he does what I say. Because I can trust him.
How much product do you have on hand?
38 pounds. Ready to go at a moment's notice. Will I hear from you?
I have your numbers. You can never trust a drug addict.
Oh, yeah, that'll go nicely.
Think about the recipe.
Think about the flavor. They're gonna love this.
Jeff?
I put paprika in.
Domio, yeah.
Despite the difficult circumstances, you all acquitted yourselves impeccably. That said, if any of you wish to seek counseling due to lingering trauma, speak with me privately, and it will be arranged. Also, you will all be receiving 24 hours of overtime, as I am sure, in one way or another, each of you brought this incident home with you. Yes, Lyle?
Mr. Frank, who were those guys?
Well, some of you know that many years ago, I opened my first Los Pollos Hermanos in Michoacán. Shortly thereafter, those same men showed up. They wanted money. And I'm ashamed to say that I paid them. You see, in that place, at that time, if I wished to conduct my business, I had no choice. But yesterday they came here. Here. They intimidated my customers. They threatened my employees. And again, they wanted money. Now, my friends, I must confess that I almost gave them what they wanted. But then I thought, no. This is America. Here, the righteous have no reason to fear. Here, from this, they will not return. We will move on from this. Compensated for your full shifts. Normal schedule tomorrow. Go now. We are closed for today.
Mr. Frank, you sure you want to be left with these guys?
I'm fine now. You go home.
Took you long enough.
Don Hector, mine is a cartel business, but it is mine, and it is legitimate. My employees are civilians. Your actions here today have endangered them, my interests, and those of the cartel.
I am the cartel, and from now on, you are my mule. You are going to bring my product north. Mierda.
I understand that your supply line has been compromised. And this is most unfortunate. However, my trucks are already at maximum capacity.
Make room.
Don Hector, you must understand that I answer to Juan Bolsa.
You want to cry to Bolsa? Cry to Bolsa. Or hell, Eladio.
Adding more product will threaten the reliability of the entire operation. May I ask, did Don Eladio approve this?
I approve this. You're doing it.
Well, I had some questions I wanted to run by, work related. Oh. You feeling okay? I can come back later.
No. Fine. Yeah, it's fine. What do you mean, work related, though?
Do you recognize that?
Huh?
Well, that was used to cook meth. Found it out on some Indian land about 40 miles from here. J.P. Wynn Chemistry Lab.
Really? I don't understand how that came from here.
Well, I was hoping you could help me with that. We found it near an abandoned car. It belonged to one of our snitches.
Snitch?
Yeah, one of our confidential informants. Went missing a while back. No body yet, but we're pretty sure, probably chopped up in little pieces and fed to the buzzards.
Oh.
I'll need to take a look at that inventory.
Sure. I've got a list hanging on the wall.
Well, I had some questions I wanted to run by, work related.
Oh.
You feeling okay? I can come back later.
No.
Huh? Yes?
¿Qué carajos está pasando allá?
I was going to ask you the same question.
¿Te enteraste de mis muchachos?
I heard that they attacked the DEA agent. Why would they do that?
¿Qué onda? Gustavo, ¿ya no te gusta hablar español? Está bien. I didn't order this, and my men would never do this on their own. Someone gave the go-ahead.
Are you accusing me?
I'm just saying they wouldn't act on their own.
I am not in the habit of picking my own pocket. I assume that the next shipment will be delayed. Any thoughts on when it might arrive?
A week, a month. There's too much focus on the border. We lay low for the time being. We lay low, and then we get the real story from my man who survived.
Your man is in custody.
Dios bendiga America. He's innocent until proven guilty, correct? I'll get him the best lawyer, and then we'll learn the truth.
Well, keep me apprised.
Huh?
Yes?
¿Qué carajos está pasando allá?
I broke my toilet this morning.
I'll get my tools.
I blocked the intake valve so I could collect some of House's urine.
What'd the lab say?
The urine was clean for Vicodin. It did, however, contain strange epithelial cells.
You know my favorite.
I broke my.
You know my favorite movie of yours is No Country for Old Men, because it's so.
We're concerned about solicitation on the premises.
I'm not a gigolo, if that's what you're implying.
Legal solicitation. We are obligated to protect our residents from being harassed.
I have clients in there now. They have a legal right to meet with me.
Well, you'll just have to arrange to meet them elsewhere.
Oh, come on, guys. Seriously? What are you making Soylent Green back there? It's. All right, okay. Hey, this has got me a little bit stirred up down there. Can I use your restroom? Please, I got IBS.
Go ahead.
To Sandpiper Crossing. Clients of James M. McGill. This is to inform you, Steve.
Sir, Are you all right in there?
We believe that breach of contract. Royal will be forced to move forward.
Sir, I need you to
This
finish
is a
up.
demand letter informing Sandpiper Crossing of pending litigation for defrauding my clients through systematic overcharging. You're shredding in there. I'm not deaf. I can hear you. Stop right now.
We're concerned about solicitation on the premises.
I'm not a gigolo, if that's what you're implying.
Legal solicitation. We are
It's Gustavo. He's dead.
Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold up, hold up! Get out of my way, kid! He's got something you need to hear, all right? Do you even know what you've done?
Yeah, he saved his own life.
One more word! If you kill him, you're gonna have to kill me. Come on.
Whatever differences you and I have, they'll keep. Right now, we've got bigger fish to fry.
Bigger fish. The video cameras.
Gus kept cameras on us at the lab.
If he taped all that shit, us cooking, you picking up.
If Gus had a record of that and the police get to it before we do, where did he keep...
There's a handsome fellow.
Uh-oh. I thought you made them harmless.
I don't remember making this one.
Oh, hi, family. Me?
Analysis mode 80085. Nothing, buddy. You gotta stop with all that coffee. It's making you loopy. Happy analysis mode.
Happy analysis mode to you, too.
Think you got the wrong house, bro. Analysis mode, password 800. You think I'm a decoy? How do you know about the decoys? They were my idea.
Well, now I know you're pranking me.
Now,
You're gonna talk about kids. You're seriously gonna go there?
I am sorry about Brock.
No, you're not.
I am.
You're not, but you're gonna be.
Yes, I am sorry about Brock. But he's alive, isn't he? He's fine, just as I planned it. That I had it all measured out. Come on. Can't you see that I needed you on my side to kill Gus? I ran over those gangbangers. I killed Emilio and Crazy AY. I did all of those things to try to save your life as much as mine. You're turning down $1.5 million.
I am not turning down the money. I am turning down you. Everything I ever cared about is gone.
If you look at Japan, Japan is the only country that got rich without getting fat. 4.5% of Japanese people are obese, compared to 26% in Britain and 42.5% in the United States. 70% are obese or overweight. The first thing you think when you hear that is, oh, it must just be genetic. But we know that's not true, because in the late 19th century, loads of Japanese people went to live in Hawaii, and there's now this settled Japanese population in Hawaii who've been there for 4 or 5 generations, and they're almost as fat as other Hawaiians. Actually, when the environment changes, Japanese people become obese like everyone else. So I went to a school called Koenji School, which takes kids from 5 to 18. And I remember with these kids, I was asking them their favorite foods. And the first kid I asked said, oh, my favorite food is broccoli. I was like, right. And the third one was like, I like white rice. And I said to Chie, my translator, are these kids trolling me, right? Like, what, their favorite foods are broccoli and, like, white rice? And she just looked kind of puzzled. And every Japanese person I asked said, well, we teach our children to like healthy food. Don't your children like healthy food? If you look at Japan, Japan is the only country that got rich without getting fat. 4.5% of Japanese people are obese, compared to 26% in Britain and 42.5% in the United States. 70% are obese or overweight. The first thing you think when you hear that is, oh, it must just be genetic. But we know that's not true, because in the late 19th century, loads of Japanese people went to live in Hawaii, and there's now this settled Japanese population in Hawaii who've been there for 4 or 5 generations, and they're almost as fat as other Hawaiians. Actually, when the environment changes, Japanese people become obese like everyone else. So I went to a school called Koenji School, which takes kids from 5 to... If you look at
glass balls going into the cannon.
3, 2, 1.
Oh. I mean, that hit something.
Oh, it's a blue.
Blue.
We need blue.
Get out!
Blue.
Get out of blue!
Where are you?
Get out!
Get out of the blue. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming.
It's got a lot of time.
Stand straight.
What?
Come on, where is it? What? Did you forget to put the ball in?
Where's the Where's the other glass ball?
Did the ball? Well, there! Oh my goodness!
How did that happen?
Connect!
Oh!
madness, 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 madness. Oh! Did you see that? We're not there! Oh my goodness! How did that happen? Madness! Oh!
Radiant's ancient is under
Remember when this guy made the greatest prediction of all time?
Hey, come
Remember when
Everybody in Silicon Valley was starting a 3D graphics company. Over time, we competed with about 200 companies.
Shit! Shot came from the east.
I got something 1,900 yards out.
You can't even see that far out. Hold your fire.
Correction, it's 2,100 yards out.
That's more than a mile. Impossible shot, Chris.
It's him.
He has eyes on our guys.
It's your call, Chris.
Tango down.
and limit. How you doing? What's good? I want no information below 20 hertz going on with your bass. I think there's stuff that that's going on with your low end that is not serving your mix. It's going to rob you of power, especially if you're putting a distortion on any kind of sub bass. It's going to add harmonics that we don't want, and it's just not the move. It's just not the move. You're going to rob so much power. Your plugins are going to be trying to deal with things that are down at like 15 hertz, 5 hertz, 10 hertz, and the human ear can't hear anything below 20. Most people can't even hear 20. So just cut it off at 20. Yeah, I'm cutting things off here because I got one more after this. But if you want, yeah, I'll do you last, Avenge, if you want to drop it in the Discord, and then that'll be it. Cause I gotta go raise the baby. Gotta go cook dinner for everybody. Hey, appreciate it. Single band limiters and chain, right? I want you to get a good single band limiter. I use the Waves L2. It's like $30. I want you to get one that sounds good and get familiar with how to use it. Because if you want to make this style of music, you're gonna have to get loud. And I want you to be controlled but loud. Right now we're out of control and loud. And it's robbing everything from us appreciating everything that you've spent time building into this track. If you're gonna do distortion, it needs control, right? So if you want distortion on a bass sound, then I would recommend hey, Mr. KTUK, how you doing? I would recommend splitting it, right? Having a sub bass. Yeah, I'm about to head out. I just have like a couple more I'm doing, and then I'm gonna head out for today. But I'm back. Oh, appreciate you, man. I'm back in 2 days' time. So if you got also as a you're a sub as well, so you can just drop one in there, and I can start next stream with one of those. No problem, brother. The distortion needs control, so to do that, we need to split it, right? Have a sub bass version that's clean, and you want to limit that sub bass a few times, maybe a couple limiters, and stacked up. And it's going to just pull that up in the sound ceiling so that we can like really feel it moving. And then you can have another one where, and much love, brother. You can have another one where you're rolling off the low end and then put a distortion on that once you've taken the low end off. Or you can put the distortion and then roll the low end off that other one. But it's going to give you those harmonics that you're looking for with that distorted sound, but it's not going to mud up all your sub bass. That's going to mess with how clean this thing could actually hit. Because you have, like I said, you have really cool sounds in here that we're just not allowed to appreciate because we're sending so much sound to the master fader with no control. So I would encourage you to build a template where we're using single band limiters in chain and not attenuating very hard on those limiters like we're doing right now. We're overdoing the attenuation on the master fader. Hey, Lee X Music, what's good? Good to see you. Thank you for saying hello. Hey, and Project Born.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your music. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, I'm here 4 days a week. 4 days a week. We're almost done today, y'all. I can't take any more submissions. Not anymore, unfortunately, because I gotta go help the wife. She's been with the baby this whole time. But if you jump in the Discord, I'll be back in 2 days' time, and you'll be able to drop one. You can check my schedule on Twitch. It'll let you know in your time zone what time I'm gonna be live. So we got. Hey, appreciate the follow. Thank you. We got this one from Skynova. Skynova, what we doing here?
I just wanna get
just wanna get down. Bring it down. Bring it down. I'm going to take you. I just wanna get I just wanna get down. Bring it down. Down. Bring it down.
Absolutely. Straight banger right there. Sky Nova comes through with it's very polished right there. Very polished already. I don't really have mix notes for you. This is in a good place, right? You know, it maybe the whole thing can get a little louder, but that's, you know, that's subjective, right? It's up to you. Yeah, I think you're pretty much ready to go with this one. I mean, that section right there has like everything you want from this style of music, right? It's got the pumping, it's got the high end snap to it, it's got the low end, it's got the sub. Things are aggressive, but it's not like it's not hurting your ears. You know what I'm saying? So you're in a good place there. You know, I probably wouldn't even change shit on this. I love that boom, that main bass sound on the one. Yeah, no, that's what's up. That's dope. I don't really think you need many notes on this. I think you're good to go. I think I would just drop that one. You know, my note for you, set a due date for this to be released so that people can add it to their playlists, because you're good to go on that one. Yeah, very cool, very cool. That's usually I have more notes for people, but if the song's already good to go, I'm not gonna just give you shit for no reason. You know what I mean? So others can listen to this one if you're making this style of stuff, and take some notes. That's a good one right there. That's dope. But hey, Sky Nova, make sure to follow on SoundCloud so we know when this is released.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your music. Let's follow Sky Nova on here. How do we do that? There it is. Boom. Only 10 followers. What are we doing? We got to drop some stuff. Okay. Let's move on. Sky Nova's already ready for release over here. Over here flexing on us. That is, I wonder how many iterations of that has there been? How long have you been working on that particular song? I'd love to know. All right, we got these last two, and then I'm done here. Adrian XZ. Confusing. We got two different names. Is this you, Avenged? Right here? Oh no, you're down here. Then who's this? Yeah, who's this one there? I guess I don't know who did this. Well, then I'm not gonna react to it if they're not in here right now. It sounded like it was gonna be like a vibey Drake style song, you know what I'm saying? Well, let's finish off the day then here with Avenged. Avenged, what'd you do on this one? Banger Billy, we do got a Discord going. Absolutely. Absolutely we do. Were you here for like my first couple streams? We gotta spell it right though, and it'll show up. Discrod! Ah, Discrod would be fun. You made it about 6 months ago. Got you. In one day. Unfortunately, Billy, I've taken all the submissions I can handle today because I gotta get offline here in the next like 5-10 minutes. You were here in the email days. You were here early adopter, Banger Billy. I'll make sure you have a roll so you can see what's been going on. But yeah. No, I appreciate you coming back through though and saying hello. That's what's up. Let's see, Avenge. If it jumps to ads, I'll wait to give you the reaction. Nola, what's up? Still gotta join the Cord. Hell yeah, dude. Got you. I'm back in 2 days.
Ain't no hold'em.
Thursday.
So lay your cards down, 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 down. So park your Lexus and throw your keys up. Stick around, round, 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 round. Ooh, one step to the right, we headed to the dive bar we always thought was nice. Ooh, run me to the left, 'cause with me in the middle, boy, I can read your mind. This ain't taxi.
Hey, okay. I see you. I got a couple notes for you. Banger Billy, I'll see you Thursday. Appreciate that. If it jumps to ads, Avenge, let me know, and I'll wait. But got a couple things for you. Chapstick, I see you here in the reviews. Unfortunately, I got to cut it though. Otherwise, I'll never get off stream. But I will be back in 2 days. I promise you, Nola. I promise you. It's not playing ads. Okay, got you. Got you.
Alexa, talk to the front door.
Hey, we're early. Hope that's okay.
Great. Actually, could you pick up some basil, please? We've run out.
Sure.
Always know everything's under control with Alexa and Ring.
You know what? We'll vibe out for 3 minutes and then we'll finish up. We will vibe out for 3 minutes time. You already done? Okay. Got you. Well, then we won't play this song. The wall of synth is messing with your master limiter, right? So what you need to do is build a catch, right? So you need, within your template of whatever you're using, like I take all my melodies, they all go to one channel, a one stereo channel where they can be attenuated and kind of squished together. I don't know if you're doing that, but it sounds like this big wall of synth is going to the same area where all the drums are going and everything's getting squished together. And the limiter is like working hard. It's ducking on certain certain attack phrases on all that big wall of synth. And the whole thing just feels like the limiter is kind of messing with how it sounds. It's kind of pulling away your transients. So you want to make sure that we're getting all the transients to come through, especially on the kick and snare, because that's like those are really important in this style of music. So that's where Mix to the Groove comes in, right? We got to make sure that, I think you're side chaining where the snare cuts through that big wall of synth, but you might even let it do it for even longer if it's only a few milliseconds, and add a few more milliseconds and see how that feels. Because it's got the loudness going on, but it doesn't have the control. So we want to have control with the loudness together, and that's gonna make this sound a lot better. Because right now that wall of synth is there's also something in there that's that can probably give people a little bit of ear fatigue up at that, like, somewhere above 1.5K. So I'd probably try to find that and surgically remove a little bit of that, not all the way. When I say like find it, I mean like seek it out with a super narrow Q on an EQ. And it might not be one particular part of it, like one sound. It might be the whole thing when you play everything together. So that's why I would bus everything to one stereo track, all the melodies, and see if you can find where that little issue is, and bring it down. I bring it up all the way, find it, and then bring it down like to -5 dB, and then creep it back up until you can stand it, right? We want to let some ugly through, but we just want a little control of the ugly. And then, yeah, the snare, I feel like, I don't know if it's just because of that wall of synth is messing with the limiter, and I'm not getting any like air on the snare drum, but if it's, I don't mind the sounds you're using, so you could just put a high shelf on that snare and see if you have any information up there, just on the high harmonics of it. But all in all, that's pretty cool. I mean, I think it's Beyonce vocals that you have pitched up, right? So hopefully we don't get DMCA'd over here. Even if we do, that's fine. Who cares? But hey, all in all, very cool track. Be excited to see what else you bring to the table for future streams. They pitched up, no DMCA, they still find it. It's fine. But hey,
thank you.
Avenged 133. Appreciate you following today. Thank you for sharing your music. Yeah, just getting control of your whole mix. Build the template if you don't have one, where we have. I want you to think of that master fader as just a place that everything goes before it goes to the speakers, and it's just a place where you could have a little tiny catch if something might just be a little bit loud. But I don't want you to have things there that are changing the world on your master fader. I want you to be doing that on a stereo bus long before it gets to the master fader. So build a template, definitely. It's gonna save you so much time. Hey, Mazoo! Thank you for the follow. Hello. Looks like you helped us hit a follower goal here. Unfortunately, no. I already turned 2 people down. You can join the Discord though, and I'll be back in 2 days' time. So in 44 hours, I'll be back online. Yeah. I usually do my wife lets me go for 4 hours, and then I gotta go help out and raise the baby. But I really appreciate you following and checking it out. Just make sure I'm live 4 days a week, so make sure to check my stream schedule, and it'll be updated for your time wherever you are in the world. Let you know when I'm streaming. Because if you're on the west coast of the U.S., I can tell you when I'm streaming, but I don't know where you are in the world, so I don't want to confuse you. But yeah, so that's all I got for today. I really appreciate everybody who came through, followed us. Appreciate the sub today that we had from Errol Duville Music. Very cool. Make sure you get that sample pack if you don't have it already for the subs. And then, we'll be back, like I said, in 2 days' time. And we'll hear some music from our new follower here, Maizui. Can't wait. But